Welcome to HTM on the Line. I'm your host, Bryant Hawkins Sr. Now, let me say this up front. This is not your usual episode. This one's different. No solo message, no typical guest flow. What you're about to hear is raw, real, and deeply inspiring. I was at AAMI Exchange New Orleans this past weekend, phone in hand, iPhone mic rolling, so you hear some background noise. The audio's not perfect, but trust me, the moment is. You're about to hear from three incredible voices. First, Monty, a 21-year Army vet and powerful HTM leader who set the stage with a message about purpose and leadership. Then Lisa Gonzales from the College of Biomedical Equipment Technology, who opened her heart to share a scholarship story that's been 10 years in the making, honoring her late brother. And finally, you'll hear from my mentee, Jovan Ervin, a young man who stood in front of over 70 HTM leaders and spoke with a level of passion and purpose that gave the whole room chills and a standing ovation. Let's get into this week's episode.
Real quickly, up two things, maybe three. 21 years in the Army, I always prided myself on how dirty my boots were. And I said, I'm part of the dirty boots army. Nothing starch, spit shine stuff. I was a mess. Probably still am. Who loves what they do? Okay, before we break for lunch, I want to remind you why it is what we do and why we love what we do. And I can tell you from personal experience, the greatest joy I have ever had as a leader is looking at faces of young men like this. That you can see the passion, you can see the drive, they're going for it. He just graduated high school and is getting ready to start the biomed program. And has already done some internship work with our friends at Trimedics here in New Orleans. And I'm going to turn it over to Lisa to do a little introduction, and then we're going to ask this young man to tell us why it is he wants to be a biomed. And then the responsibility is on you to grow this man exactly what he needs to be.
Hello again. Myself and Monty were in New Orleans, I think September, October last year, and we went to the New Orleans Career Center, and we were invited by Brian Hawkins from Trimedics to come along and talk to the students about education. So we went along and met some of the students, and you have those students that stand out. We were talking earlier on about that communication. That leader and that student that is going to be an amazing mentor. So we met the class, and then we met Jovan. And he really stood out. He was there amongst those students, talking to them. I actually asked him a question on, how do you grab these kids? And he said, well, one of the problems is they're all looking at TikTok, and they're looking at these jobs thinking they can earn $100,000 a year. They're hearing the words engineer, and they're thinking of these big six-figure sums. They're not thinking about their education and how they can get to that eventually. They just think they can automatically get there. So my conversation with him was amazing. I then went back to Monty and said to him, okay, 10 years ago, my brother passed away unexpectedly in an accident. And it was extremely hard for me to deal with, because it was so unexpected. And it's taken me a long time to be able to talk about him without crying or getting upset. And Monty said, let's do a scholarship for him at the college. So we've had this scholarship for a while, but it's taken me a long time to find that ideal person that I want to lead and be the example that my brother is. He was a great leader. He taught soccer. He had his own company. He was amazing and a great mentor in the community. And I wanted that person that I felt would live on and would be an amazing mentor and be everything that my brother was. When I met Jovan, I knew straight away he was that person. So Jovan is now going to have a full ride scholarship at the college in honour of my brother. And I know he's going to go on and do amazing things and be that ideal mentor. So Jovan, I would like you to tell them why, and congratulations.
I'm a bit nervous. This is my first time speaking. But Ms. Lisa, she asked me why I want to come into this industry, and I would say because I see purpose in this industry. It's not just like y'all come to work, clock in, do your job, go home. No, it's bigger than that. It's about saving lives. It's about helping people do better, and I find joy and purpose in that. You know, at first, when I first heard about HTM, it was when I was in my junior year of high school, and I actually went to an internship program called Youth Force Nova, and I originally went there for a business pathway to go into like finance, accounting, banking, right? Because my family, they're usually all accountants, business people, but I heard about HTM through Brian, Mr. Hawkins, and he told me about it, he talked to my mom about it, she told me more about it, and I did my homework on it. And I just, comparing the two, I looked at it as sitting in the cubicle typing all day versus actually making impacts. I looked at it as trying to make a business more money or actually helping someone with their lives. And I it was a no-brainer. I like to help people. I like to make people's days better. And I figured I would have more of an impact individually if I would go into this field, do big things, and meet great people, make great connections, you know? And I don't look at it for me. I don't really look at it for me, the money. Money comes with passion. I believe that. Money comes with passion. I don't look at it for a paycheck initially. I know down the road, if I work hard enough, I can obtain what I want, because I do have dreams, I do have goals in life. None of them require me to be mediocre, so that's not a part of my goals. But I look at it for the future, like how I want my family to live, what things I want to do for them, how I want to take care of them. My wife, hopefully I'm still my high school sweetheart. Hopefully, the dream is 10 years from now, we're on the beach, drinking a pineapple drink. And yeah, I have a lot of people I want to take care of, my mom, my dad, my brothers. I know I'm the oldest, so I have to set an example. I have to guide them, I have to help them. And I truly do believe this industry can take you wherever you want it to go. It can take you how high or as low as you want if you want to stay. If you want to stay in the low ranks, it still provides you enough to where you could take care of yourself and take care of your family. But if you want to reach the stars, you can reach the stars. So you can go as high as you want to go. And I truly believe that this is an amazing industry. Everyone I meet, they love their job. They're all filled with purpose. I don't see anyone troubled at what they do. I don't see anyone who doesn't genuinely enjoy what they do. And I'm saying that's amazing. It's beautiful. And as far as why, about in September, around September, I got off the bus stop and walked across the street, and boom, I got hit by a car. And then I was out of commission for like 3 weeks. I was out of school for 3 weeks, went back the 4th week. And while I'm in the hospital, on the bed, I look up and I see the Charmatic sticker. To my left, I had IV pump. I look up and I see a Charmatic sticker. I look to my left and I see another machine with a sticker on it. And it just filled me up with, I don't know, I knew I was gonna be okay. I don't know. It gave me a comfortable experience. And Yeah, whenever I deal with something in healthcare, well, I know it's a job to treat me well, but still, I think it gives me peace of mind to know that, I'm taken care of. I don't have too much to say.
Come on, man. If that didn't light something inside you, check your pulse. JoJo didn't just speak, he poured out purpose. And he reminded every single one of us why we show up every day in this field. He didn't chase a title, he's chasing impact. And if you caught what he said at the end, none of my goals require me to be mediocre. That's it right there. That's the mindset. That's the assignment. So I hope this episode encourages you to do two things. Number one, remember your why. And number two, invest in someone else's future. Because when you do, you don't just change a career, you might change a life. Until next time, keep showing up with passion, keep choosing purpose over paycheck, and keep elevating the next generation. Y'all be safe out there.